So you guys really seem to like the Lowe's EDC video that I did, and I said that I was gonna do another one maybe with different stores. And then Rick called me today and said he needed a reason to go to Harbor Freight. So why don't we do an EDC from Harbor Freight? For those of you that didn't watch the first video, the gist is that I'm gonna try and replace everything that's in my pockets with something from Harbor Freight. So we've got a knife, some sort of little multi-tool, got a wallet, a pen, a flashlight. I'm wearing a watch, which I don't think we're gonna find a watch at Harbor Freight. Oh, my keys. I also don't think we're gonna find a wallet at Harbor Freight, but I've also got keys. So looking for some sort of carabiner or key organizer option, something like that. So we're gonna go to Harbor Freight, see what we can find. I think this one's gonna be a little tougher than the Lowe's one. I think there's gonna be easier finds like flashlights that are a little more EDC oriented, but I think some things are gonna be totally out of the option. Like Lowe's has wallets, I don't think Harbor Freight will. So that's what we're gonna go do. Let's do the damn thing.
What you got? Woo! He shoots and he misses.
It's the magnets for the Leatherman.
Yeah, boy.
Italian dressing.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Get you a charger when we get back.
Look at you. Taylor just hooked me up with my first O-light.
I do like, I should have stock in the company. $249 for that. It's a little work light for you. Free looks. Is that what that is?
Yeah, basically, right? I would say knives. We start with that because it's like, oh, look at that. Yeah, it was like by the gods.
Little baby utility knife.
Check out this guy.
What a carabiner. There's the keys and the knife in one. $2.99?
Just get that just to have it.
That's what I'm doing. Compact screwdriver set. Is that an electric screwdriver?
Is it really? Cord compact screwdriver.
Look at that.
Is it? Oh, it is electric. Check that out.
Look at that.
Little Weehaw set.
Torx bit.
Not so Weehaw. Taylor's EDC hammer.
There's a watchmaker's hammer. Brass, guys.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. This right here. It's a USB rechargeable pen light. So one thing I need to address before I go any further is a few weeks ago I did a Civivi video and I said I was giving away 5 knives from that video. All you had to do was comment down below which knife you wanted. So then I took 5 random knives from the video. I searched and filtered the comments and I picked a random commenter who commented the name of the knife. So first up, the Bull Mastiff goes to Chris Higgins. He commented this right here. Then we have the Exarch, that goes to JJ Clements. The Pintail will go to Trent Phillips. The Plonk will go to Charlie Comer, and the Mastodon will go to John Hill. I've reached out to all of you, so thank you guys for commenting on that video and making it so awesome. But if you want a chance to win another Civivi knife, in fact, there are 2 more chances. I'm giving away an Appalachian Drifter, and so is Civivi over on Instagram. That will happen soon. Go follow us over there, and we'll post more about it once we're ready to do another giveaway. Okay, so that didn't go as planned, like most videos, but I think there's a silver lining here. I went into this knowing that it was going to be difficult. I told you guys that at the beginning of the video because Harbor Freight has very specific stuff, and you don't go to Harbor Freight looking for a wallet or a watch and certain things. It's no different than the Lowe's video, but we actually found those things, surprisingly, except for a watch. But I think there's a little bit of a silver lining here. I think there's actually some stuff that's worth buying out of this stuff I picked up. Let me show you. So this is what I bought for the EDC. There's no watch, there's no wallet, and there was no pen of any kind. All they had was this, a Carpenter pencil. So this would be okay if you just need to mark things and write things. Flashlight seems actually pretty decent. These are actually fine. The bits are really the point of contention. Not sure about this. I already had one of these. It's pretty cool. Really good for the price. And just a pretty standard aluminum spring clasp or carabiner. And then we have these 2 down here, which I decided not to include because there's already 2 knives, so you don't need the key knife, or you could swap it for, say, the utility knife. But I'd rather have something with swappable blades than something that's got a trash blade on it. So, and this is just bulky. I got those. So here is the receipt, and it says $51.24. That's not totally accurate because I did get a couple of other things. These were not including. This was $3. This was $3. And then we have the magnesium fire starter, $2.49. So about $9 off of this total. We're at 42 bucks. That's not bad for all of this stuff. Not a complete carry, but you know, it's decent. But let's take a look at this stuff and see how decent it is. So this is the Harbor Freight EDC, technically. No multi-tools. They had not a single multi-tool in the store. Not even like a Swiss Army knife knockoff, no Leatherman knockoffs, nothing. No multi-tools, period. And that's really what you get with Harbor Freight. They have tools, they have affordable tools, and some weird obscure stuff that you're not gonna find in other places, but it's not really a place that you would go for this. So I think that's why this can be pretty interesting, because this is not the kind of place you'd go for this. But there are some things here that are pretty good. But let's start with this because I've actually had one of these before. This is the mini Lockback utility knife. Let's open it up and see what it's all about. This is $4.99. You get a mini utility knife with, I think, 10 additional blades. Let's see right here. Blade folds into handle for safety, locking back, finger grip, push button, quick release, keychain. It doesn't say how many spare blades, I don't think. 5. It includes 5. Let's get this thing open. So this knife right here, it is a thumb stud utility knife with a backlock, and these are mini utility blades, very, very small blades. So if you want to compare that to a standard utility knife blade, you're looking at like a fourth the size, a third of the size. To change your blades, just pull up on this. I think you just slide this down. Yeah, okay, so you slide this up, slide that down, swap your blades, push it back, and lock it back down. Your blade's not going anywhere. It's very, very small in the hand, like really small, but that's all you need. There's no pocket clip. It does come with this little ball chain. I think $5, that's a really solid thing to add to your EDC if you want a utility knife, something you can swap the blades out on, something that's small, like this TPT slide. It's a little bigger, but once it's folded down, it's about as compact. It'll do the job, and I think this is a solid buy. $5, I'm not gonna cry about that. Next we have the spring gate. We don't need to focus on this too long. You all know what these are. They're infinitely useful. I use them for so many things. Sometimes I'll clip them to like my C-stand and run wires through them so they all just kind of hang higher and don't drop into frame. I use them like before COVID, I'd go to festivals, or if I went shopping or something, I'd have one of these in my pocket so I can put all my bags on one, and I could clip this to like a shopping cart or something. I use these for so many things, not something I typically use for EDC. So there are actually 3 knives to choose from at Harbor Freight. They had this like Gerber paraframe knockoff, this really tactical knife with a seatbelt cutter, and then this one. I went with this one because it was a little cheaper. This one has 8 CR13 MOV steel. This one has 3 CR13 MOV steel. This one, 8 CR13. So you're getting a little higher end steel like this one, but it was way cheaper and it wasn't so bulky and Tonto with serrated. It does have a combo edge, but whatever. I wanted to get the best bang for my buck, and I think this was it. Although I don't think it's going to be a spectacular knife. Let's get it out and see how it is. The first flip open, let's see how it does. Oh, it actually flipped open pretty nicely. You have a 4-way pocket clip that's not exactly deep carry, but deep enough. These feel like probably FRN. Yeah, I think these are FRN scales. Definitely on phosphor bronze washers. You have a liner lock here that looks like it's about 50% lockup. Tactical knife, $8.97. This knife right here is $9, and that's really cheap. But I'm the kind of person who would recommend not blowing your budget and, you know, getting something you can afford, but savings for something that is nicer and a little more worth your money. So in terms of this price range, $9, you might not be able to find something nicer than this, maybe a Gerber paraframe. But if you want something that, you know, has the same look and feel, you know, flipper and thumb stud, you can look at Kershaw CRKT. You've got the Kershaw Shuffle, which I would recommend in that price range, but you step it up, just, you know, double the price. Save $30, you can get an Ontario Rat, and it's going to be a phenomenal knife for the money. versus this, which is, you know, going to get the job done, but not exceptional. Like, your serrations here are all bent. They're not even. The grind is really bad on it. But I think for $9, you really can't complain about this. In fact, let's see how it cuts just straight out of the package. Not bad. Not bad. Look at that. It's not super sharp, but it's got an edge on it. Hey, not bad, Gordon knives. $9. I'm honestly impressed. Seriously, this knife is not gonna win any awards. It's not gonna wow people. It's not gonna get a ton of likes on Instagram. But seriously, for $9, this is actually really good. There is no play. The blade is perfectly centered. It's got good action, not great action. It's on phosphor bronze, but it flips. I've had Gerbers that cost 5 times this that are worse. Seriously, no joke. And while we're at it, let's talk about another win. I haven't even opened this, and I think this is a win. This is the Quantum Rechargeable Pen Light. So rechargeable, USB rechargeable. It has 2 modes, 140 lumens on the high. It says caution, very bright. Don't shine it in your eyes. But USB rechargeable pen light from Harbor Freight. Let's see how it is. We're gonna cut it open with the Gordon knife. Yeah, it's not as sharp as the Chavez, that's for sure. But it cuts. Alright, we don't need the USB cable. Sure, let's show how it plugs in. Alright, so it definitely has some similarities to a Streamlight. 2 modes, low mode, high mode. Beam on it is okay. You got a hot spot in the middle with a lot of spill. And the way that you recharge it, you slide this little collar down, which is underneath the pocket clip, and plug in. It is micro USB recharging. Very cool. What are the run times? I didn't cut straight through them. 5 hours and 30 minutes. So I'm guessing 5 hours, 30 minutes on the low mode. 130-foot throw on the high mode, or how long it'll last on high. It says runtime 530 on low. It doesn't say anything about how long it lasts on high. Probably not very long. This is actually on sale because I went back today and they're having their spring Black Friday sale. The Quantum recharging one is $12.99 through the weekend, but that's it. And this video is not sponsored by Harbor Freight at all. Clearly, because I'm talking trash about a lot of this stuff. Next thing, let's talk about these screwdrivers. So these are all pocket screwdrivers. I think they're all the exact same. And then you have bit storage in the handle, but you have 3 different sets of 4 bits. So this would probably be set up as a Phillips, flathead, and hex, it looks like. All right, so you basically have a pocket screwdriver with all the bits you need stored here. So a bunch of different micro bits, and this would work with the other micro bits I was talking about. They're 4mm bits, so these would work with. You could get some WeHa bits to put in this thing if you really wanted to, and the WeHa micro bits are not very expensive. Maybe not something I'd carry every day, but it's definitely something that you could throw in your pocket easily. Keep in a bag for sure. This right here, solid buy, $6.99, and you have 2 more drivers. And then the last thing here, little Carpenter pencil. Started at a pretty steep angle there, didn't I? Right, so now we have a sharpened Carpenter pencil. Sick. 59 cents. I don't think anybody's actually going to buy this for their EDC, but... So, like I said, I don't think any of this stuff is going to win any awards, but I'm actually really surprised. So this, I bought a long time ago for myself because I saw it at Harbor Freight, and I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. And it turns out, it is pretty cool. It works well, no complaints, and it's $5. Solid buy. This was actually really surprising to me, how solid it is. I mean, the blade still could be better, the grind is not great, but everything else is rock solid. You get a 4-position clip, a really solid lockup, no blade play, perfect centering, good action in a $9 knife. So yeah, could be better, but it's $9. It's really hard to argue with that. And then this right here, this is surprisingly very good. Let's go take it in the dark room and show you. Hey, look at that. Best damn EDC sucks. But what doesn't suck is this flashlight here. So it flickers on the low mode because the frame rate of the camera, it's not actually flickering in real life. But on the high mode, it doesn't flicker and it looks pretty good. You got a pretty decent hot spot in the middle with some spill there. It's not as discolored in real life as it may seem on the camera as well. It's pretty neutral white, not very blue. There is a little bit of a fringe around the hotspot that's kind of got a green tinge to it, but it's good. This thing actually works pretty freaking well. I like it. Cool, Harbor Freight. Good job. I still really like doing videos like this as a thought experiment, and if you guys want to see the rest of the Harbor Freight stuff that I picked up, I mean, it's like $70 more in random knives and pocket tools and stuff. Some of that stuff I think is actually surprisingly good as well. Some of it, not so much. If you are interested in seeing that video, just comment down below. But that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button down below and subscribe to see more stuff like this in the future. And hit that notification bell so you're notified when I upload new videos. If you want to support what I'm doing here, most of this stuff in this video is not going to be linked down below, but I'll try to link some of it, I guess. I don't know, but there are other links down below. If you click those are affiliate links and it will help support me. You can also go to patreon.com/bestdamnedc to support there, or you can go to carrycommission.com to buy gear and merch directly from me. That is one of the best ways that you can support the channel. Don't forget to follow us around the web. You can find us in most places at Damn EDC. There's also a Discord server and a Facebook group. Both are awesome, awesome communities. I highly recommend you go join those. But with that said, and until next time, carry on.